it's going to be a tough game. That's all I can say. We're just going to give everything we have, and we're going to do our best to win. That's all we can do.
Well, you guys haven't seen A.B. Cohen all year.
You know, if you're looking for a prediction, you're not going to get one. I just say we're going to go out there and play hard.
Give me a key to the game, Salim.
Keys to the game. It's a good question. The key to the game is our offense just has to capitalize when we have the opportunity, because AB doesn't give you many chances to do that.
All right.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
for the call.
Salim, thanks for calling in. We'll see you on Sunday on the field.
All right, guys. Good luck.
Good luck, Salim.
All right, let's move on from the controversy. I think we've hit all
Are we
the points
taking
here.
calls on this topic?
Yeah, look, if there are any callers that have anything substantial or unique or something that we have not said yet, you know, the number, Stephen will give you the number now.
347-462-9373. We're going to try to move on from this topic and go into the...
Can we go into very quickly the YBJ Legend Leasing games just to get it out of the way?
Well, yeah, go ahead.
I don't think that
Let's start with where Jeffrey was yesterday.
Well, I was busy potty training my son, which was a complete success. So I was not able to make
Today you say
yesterday's
that.
games. Huh?
Today you say that.
It was better than being on the field with as a member of YBJ this season.
If next year Jack is ready to be potty trained, your team is in a playoff match.
Obviously, playoffs trump potty training any day of the week. We're talking about a garbage game
Fair enough.
in a season that I'm going to keep using this word. It's been a miserable season for YBJ, and every time I took the field, it hurt.
I gotta stop you right here.
Go for it.
YBJ did a very classy thing yesterday.
Absolutely
For the
not.
good of the league,
Oh, yeah.
and I give them all credit for the guys that showed up. For the good of the league, they showed up, they played hard, they played 2 great games, probably the best 2 games they did all year.
We learned something also. There may be a pitcher in our youth.
He's a rising star.
That's right. Eddie
Well,
Niesim.
We did have Eddie Niesim on our scouting report. We knew all about him, but he's still in high school. And next year, hopefully, he will be one of the pitchers in the league.
Yeah.
You make it sound like a high school player can't play.
Usually not. I'd like to give credit to one person that usually I personally never give credit to, and he doesn't ever get props from this show.
Who, Allah?
It's a close second. If not Allah, it's a close second. Ellie Suleiman. Great job by Zul yesterday
Props.
for doing.
Well deserved. What do you go, like 6 or 7 on a day? Unbelievable. We all thought Ralph had it in the bag
Let's
all
paint
year
the
long.
picture.
Yeah.
Going into the last week of the season, Zul was in second place for the batting title. His team needed 2 wins to try and move up in the playoff spots.
Ralph's been at the number 1 all year long.
Facing off against Ralph in a big game, and Zul stepped up. They said he was crushing the ball, key hits in key situations, and he hit a 2-run homer when it was 3 up.
Good for
Time to
him.
get that ring, Zul. All right.
So moving on, great job by YBJ Cumming, great job by Zul, and
We gotta go into A co-management RFG. It'll be a quick recap. Really, the only game that mattered was the first one, and I have a couple of points. One, we discussed last week, Jeffrey, about
the kids.
the boy who got Joe Setton got hit with in the back of the head going down. Again, I don't want to be in that position, get hit in the head with the ball, but I want to just compliment Avi Batesh. Going first to third on a single, pulled his hamstring midway through from second to third.
Okay.
Hopping, falls on the floor, rolls, and slaps the bag.
Great job.
Safe.
Made it.
What's
Compliments to Abe
prognosis?
Vitesh.
What's the prognosis
He's
on the-
doubtful.
questionable.
He's doubtful.
Questionable.
He's doubtful.
Another guy who gets no credit on this show.
Very, very, very underrated season. He's hitting about 350, but clutch. He's got at least 1 dinger, couple of triples, and he's not missed a pull.
We gave him props.
He's not missed a pull.
We gave him props for his sleeves.
He's
Um,
wearing sleeves this year?
No, he was no sleeves.
Yeah, he's never.
RFG was down by 2 runs in the last inning, or second to last inning. Michael Anta comes to the plate with no outs, man on first.
1 out.
1 out, man on first. He hits a bomb 50 feet over the right fielder's head. Easy triple, throws come in. They send him home with 1 out to tie the game. Guy's out by 10 feet. David Towell, the captain of the team, was coaching third. He takes responsibility and costs his team the game. Those are the kind of mistakes that'll cost you in the 4-5 game next week. You better shape that up. I think Eddie Anta should have been coaching third base, if you ask me, in my opinion.
And what do you think? What's the prediction on the 4-5 game next
Well,
week?
before we get there, I think the kids have proven they're able to be on the field with the rest of the
I just
team.
want to also say one thing, sorry to interrupt you, but the kids did apologize over to me and a couple of guys on our team for what happened last week with Jeffrey and the finger. And
Oh, they apologized
cursing.
to you?
Not
Oh,
the
good.
league. They didn't.
Very good, they apologized
They
to you.
apologized
you.
to everyone who wasn't at the field.
Right. They did. They said apologize to the other team also, but you know, it is what it is. They're good boys. They got heat.
I'm happy that they're in the league. I think they're great additions to the league, but they're rookies, and it shows. There's a lot of key situations that you see the inexperience coming out.
Don't have the first
And-
inning.
The first inning is a great play. It was first and third. I think it was no outs. A pop up went to Steven. A little lazy pop up. The batter who hit the ball didn't run.
Standing in the box with a bat in his hand.
Right. So Steven let the ball drop, picked it up through the second, through the first, double play.
Really? Did it?
They went
Did
crazy.
you touch it and drop it, or you just you knew?
Yeah,
They really went
Why would
crazy.
they bounce right in front of
They went crazy because the
It was
umpire.
a high bounce behind. Like, how'd you know? It was
So finish the story. Finish the story.
It was a lazy pop up. It was no worry, no
The
concern.
ground was wet. The ball wasn't going anywhere.
Ball was not
It
moved.
So I knew that. I saw the guy wasn't moving. The next thing you know, I let him play. Flip second. The guy didn't even know what happened. The guy was walking off the field.
Wow.
He knew he made a mistake. They said he was hurt also. I don't know. But
He wasn't.
the umpire didn't know what to do.
What's the call? What's the problem?
The umpires were quite because they were screaming, "Oh, Bush League! You can't do that on purpose." They're trying to say that he's not.
Bush is Bush, but rules are rules.
That's not Bush.
I mean, no, I'm not saying
That's
that.
not Bush.
What I'm saying is, even if it was Bush League, that doesn't mean that the rule
Hidden
represents
ball
that.
trick is Bush League. And that's not against the rules.
Right.
This is not
That's the
Bush
point that I'm making.
Right.
That Bush League has nothing to do with the umpire.
Right.
Right. I thought I always say, it happens all the time, and I always say, you should have let that drop.
Yeah.
And Steven actually did it for the first time. Someone did it,
Right.
and it worked like a charm. Instead of first and third, no outs, it was man on third, 2 outs.
Big difference. Huge point game. The first
huge
game.
play. The kid didn't run,
Yeah,
and he gets penalized. And his team screaming at the umpires and screaming at our team.
But and rightfully so, they were really screaming at the umpire because he hesitated with the call.
Right.
He said, I don't know, and they got together and then it caused the controversy. They weren't really, after the game, they all knew it was the right play.
What's the
and wrong.
Sheila? Why are they having a tough time calling a double play there?
Because they're saying
The umpire was about to call infield fly. He had no idea what was going on.
Those flies only when there's a
Right.
force at third.
He didn't know
right?
what he was doing, the umpire,
There's two
and
forces.
it caused the
umpire was
controversy.
confused. Umpire got confused,
Okay.
and that's what
It happens,
Right.
fine.
No.
But the idea is that they're kids, and I don't think anyone's going to disagree that we're happy that they're in the league. We love the youth, and we all know that they'll mature. And you know when they'll mature? They'll mature when they're spread onto team with 11 veterans and not 1 or 2 veterans. Shoshan Guri can only do so much,
Right.
and Eddie Antar can only do so much.
Right.
But when they're on a team next year, potentially with a guy like A.B. Cohen or Ike Mala, a guy like Barry Anthony and Salim Levy, they're going to learn lessons that they'll never forget on the softball field.
Right. They'll be benched, they're not running. They'll be,
Yeah,
just
sure.
1 point in that 4-5 game. Though, like Jeffrey said, Eddie Antar and Shoshan Guri, they're very good players, but it's all they have, honestly. It's not all they have. I'm sorry. It's their key. They're their key guys. It's their core. You shut those guys down, they're
It's
gonna
the
be in
motor,
trouble.
the ignition.
Exactly. They have got good
That's
pieces.
their 3-4
They have good
hitters.
pieces, but that's
I think Elliot Mann has been
he's a
Great.
good player. He's
Great
the table. He's the tone setter for them.
right.
But the RBI is going to come from those two
Right.
guys.
They are going to be missing guys. Ricky Schwecky's going away, who was one of their top hitters
Is he
all
gonna
year.
jail?
And also A.B. Franco missing the game. I think he has a Father's
All right,
Day
so we were just
brunch.
going to get into that when we get into the previews.
Well,
A.B.
oh,
Franco
oh, oh.
potentially
Let me get this
missing a
again.
game for Father's Day.
I don't think it's
Throw him
happening.
out of the league.
Okay, I know his father very well.
I do also. Throw him out of the league.
Probably the best guy out there, but come on.
Throw
I
him out
can't,
of the
I can't
league.
imagine his father if he knew about
That's
that.
what I was just going to say.
He would let him miss
I think
it.
we should call him on the show. Call him.
He'll
get
bring
him
the
on.
brunch to the
Joey
field.
Franco.
Yes.
He'll
Okay,
bring the
Joey
can-
Franco.
Cancel the brunch.
Make it a lunch.
Right. That's a good one.
Come on, Frankos. We'll start at 2.
Let's start a petition to make
We'll start at 12:30. AB will be like 15 minutes late.
Right.
All
It's one
right.
9-inning game.
Yeah.
The game will be over by 11.
One
Make the
9
brunch a lunch. All right, you heard it
So it's
first.
not breakfast. We're not having breakfast at bed. AB, cut it out, buddy. I hope it's Joey Franco.
It's Joey
Please
Franco.
be Joey Franco.
Shot.
No. Oh! Welcome to the BKS show. Who's speaking?
This is Shoshan Guri. How you doing?
All right.
Hey.
How you doing, boss?